Hi, namaste, everyone. So I this has just come up recently, just with a few people that I work with, and it's something that I constantly come back to myself and remind people of all the time. So I just wanted to share it that what we have control over in life comes back to ourselves and our own reactions, responses, our actions, our behaviors towards everything outside of us. And one really way to simplify this is looking at we have control over our intentions and then the actions towards that intention. We do not have control over outcomes. And time again, we tend to focus on the outcome and wanting to have the feeling like we can control an outcome. And let me give an example of this, okay? Because when we're trying to control an outcome, number one, it's completely out of our control. So there's really not anything we can do about it. But when our mind tricks us into thinking that's what we can control, it ends up sending us up and down all around, just lots of drama in life and feeling powerless and maybe out of control or overwhelmed. So an example, coming back to the example I was thinking about, just as a business owner, some of you might also own your own businesses. And if we are always focusing on the outcome of like how much money I'm going to make, what's my profit? I've got to make this much, and focusing on that. That's an outcome. And we don't really have a lot of control over that specifically. What we do have control over is coming back to what is your intention as a business owner. So for myself, one of my intentions is to be able to hold space in a non-judgmental manner to help people learn, grow, and heal and transform themselves. So that's a big intention I have, is creating a space that feels safe, doesn't feel judgmental, feels very encouraging. So when I've noticed if I can shift my mind back to that intention, and then each day, the actions I take to create that space ends up more often than not, and even more like in abundance, creating the outcome actually of making it so I'm enough. I have enough finances to like pay my bills, do a little more, and that it's all okay. And I am less stressed. I enjoy what I'm doing because it's where my heart is at and it's what feeds me, versus this other aspect that just feels like grasping and clinging. So that's just an example. So that formula of I have control over my intentions and the actions towards that intention, letting go of the outcome. So when you start to feel overwhelmed about something, maybe worrying or overthinking, or this is what I tend to do a lot, planning a lot, like there's fear coming up, just feeling stressed, stop, take some breaths, and then ask yourself, what am I focusing on right now? More likely than not, you are focusing on an outcome, trying to control an outcome, versus what is your intention in this situation? Okay? What can you control in this situation? So just a little very nice formula that's simple, but yet very profound when you use it. Awesome. Well, thanks for joining, and I hope all of you have a wonderful day. Thanks. Namaste.